Welcome guys, our YouTube channel St. Wilfred College of Arts, Commerce, Science. So in our previous lecture, we discussed about interview. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about meeting. So what do you mean by meeting? Meeting an organized occasion when a number of people come together in order to discuss or decide something. So meetings are vitally very important if done well. So meeting help people feel included, trusted, and that they are important team members, as well as giving them the opportunity to contribute to the success for our companies. So meeting an individual one-on-one conversation are fuel that runs our company. So in that way, meeting means what? Meeting is an organized occasion when a number of people come together in order to discuss or decide something. Okay, so there are so many advantages and disadvantages of meeting. So first we are going to discuss about advantages of meeting. So first advantages is meetings give opportunity to problem solve together, ability to make everyone feel included, time to get everyone aligned about the topic. And last advantage is some people find them relaxing compared to doing independent work. So that's all are the advantages. After that, there are also clear disadvantages like first one is meeting take a lot of time away from being productive. People are invited to meetings when they are not needed to there. The loudest people in the room can dominate the conversation unless takeaways are written down after decision made in the meeting are not recorded. So these all are the disadvantages of meeting. After that, in our meeting, there are so many responsible persons. Like first one is a chairman. So what is the chairperson responsibility? So the chairperson is responsible for making sure that each meeting is a planned, effectively conducted according to the constitution and that matters are dealt with in an orderly efficient manner. So, the chairperson must make the most of all his or her committee members building and leading the team. So, these all are the chairperson responsibility. So, the chairman shall see that the meeting itself is in order and for that the following points have to be taken into consideration. So, A, that a proper notice has been sent to all the person entitled to receive a notice. B, that only those persons who are entitled are present at the meeting. Third responsibility, that his own appointment in order. Last, that the quorum of member is a present. So in that way, these all are the responsibilities of the chairperson. Let's revise. What is the responsibility of chairperson? First one is that the proper notice has been sent to all persons entitled to receive a notice. That only those persons who are entitled are present at the meeting. That is own appointment in order and that the quorum of member is a present. In that way, these all are the responsibility of the chairperson. If there is a want of quorum at the beginning and the quorum is not present within half an hour, then the chairman is to see that the meeting is adjourned. So duty number 2, according to rules, it is the duty of the chairman to see that the proceedings are carried on strict according to the rules. Now, the duty number 3, agenda is followed. So, the chairman shall see that the business at the meeting is conducted in order as given in the agenda. So, the chairperson may verify the order with the consent of the meeting. When he finds that some important item is placed at the bottom of the agenda which needs discussion on the day and within the presence of the largest number of participants, but much time has passed in taking up a few at the top. So he can changes the order. Next, duty number 4, within the scope of the meeting. So it is his duty. His means chairperson's duty to see that the participants do not raise discussion or suggestion of amendments or otherwise on any matter which is not within the scope of the meeting. And in that way, duty number 5, discussion on motions only. Further, the chairman shall also see that the participants do not discuss anything for which specific motion is not before the House. After that, duty number 6, maintenance of order. A major duty of the chairman is to see that perfect order and tranquility prevail at the meeting. Unless there is a perfect order, the business of the meeting cannot be conducted smoothly and timely. So the participants may cause disorder by making adverse remarks on another. So by personal talks while discussion is going on, by disobeying the order or rulings of the chairman. So by violating the rules of the meeting, etc., the chairman has the power to take steps to maintain order, discipline, and at the meeting. So duty number 7 of chairperson responsibility is opportunity to speak. So the chairman shall see that every participant gets reasonable opportunity to speak. Generally, he does not allow one individual to speak more than once on the same topic unless he is compelled to explain something what he has already said. So the chairman must see that person belonging to the minority group, if any, and whatever small number that may have, are given opportunity to place their views. So duty number 8, accurate voting. Another major duty of the chairman is to see that the sense of the house is properly ascertained. It means that voting is conducted perfectly and the results are declared accordingly. So in case of special resolution is necessary, he shall see that the difference of vote is correct. So he has to ask the secretary to arrange poll when it is demanded. In counting votes, the chairman takes the help of the secretary as well as of the tellers appointed by him. So duty number 9, minutes are kept. It is the duty of the chairman to confirm the minutes by putting his signature prepared by secretary after the meeting is over. Similarly, the chairman shall see that the secretary takes necessary notes at the meeting so that minutes can be subsequently prepared. So the chairperson himself put down notes on the detailed agenda sheet for the purpose. Duty number 10, other duties, like the chairman has some other formal duties. For example, if he is elected a pro team chairman, his duty is to vacate when the fixed chairman arrives. B, he shall not be partial in his behavior and shall exercise his casting vote, if any, very selectively. C, he shall plain patient hearing to everybody, whether he view expressed are liked or disliked by him. He has to see that the business of the meeting be completed within the shortest possible time. He shall compel with the request of the participant for adjourning the meeting. And last duty is he has to give satisfactory replies to the questions raised by member on his speech, if any. So in that way, these all are the responsibility of chairman or chairperson. Student, let's revise. What is the duty of chairperson? So here you can see the first duty of chairperson is that a proper notice has been sent to all the persons entitled to receive a notice. Duty number 2, according to rules. Duty number 3, agenda is followed. Duty number 4, within the scope of the meeting. Duty number 5, discussion on motion only. Duty number 6, maintenance of order. Duty number 7, opportunity to speak. Duty number 8, accurate voting. Duty number 9, minutes are kept. Duty number 10, other duties. So in that way, these all are the duties or responsibilities of chairperson. Now we are going to discuss about participants' responsibilities in meeting. So taking preparation for the meeting, whoever is the participant of the meeting must take necessary preparation before attending the meeting. In taking preparation, the following points should be considered. First, reading the agenda of the meeting and taking preparation on the top points where he can make valuable contribution. Second, every participant should read carefully the notice of the meeting and other related documents in order to find the background information of the meeting. Next, arranging the necessary visual aids if needed. Next, if the participant is a newer one in a delivering speech in the meeting, he should practice it at home. So these all are the responsibilities of the members in the meeting. Next, observing the other member. In this stage, characteristic, taste, liking, disliking, attitude, feelings, the way of speaking and reaction, etc. of other participants should be observed keenly. An understanding of strength and weakness of other participants of the meeting enables a person to devise the most effective way of dealing with them. Next duty or responsibility of the participant is speaking at the most appropriate time. It is the norms of a number of good speeches go best simply because they are not well timed. Generally, it is recommended to speak at the beginning of the point if the speaker has sufficient preparation on that point. Next, responsibility of the participant is control of anger. In presenting the own speech and hearing the speeches of the other, the members should control their temper, annoyance, anger, emotion, excitement, etc. Next duty of the participant is flexible and accommodating attitude. The member in the meeting must have an attitude to honor the opinion and outlooks of the others. They should be flexible and accommodating in offering floor to others and also in hearing the speeches of others. So the member should not remember that flat opposition only triggers of angry reaction. Next duty of participant is not to show lecturing, patronizing and condemning attitude. In delivering the meeting, none should show lecturing, advising, attitude in a speech or deliver speech to pinch other or condemn other. Such attitude create bad impression about the speaker. Now next responsibility of the participant is not to make lengthy speech. Everybody should take active part in proceeding the meeting. This creates the meeting lively. Therefore, no member should make his speech lengthy. Lengthy speech of any may deprive from uh, delivering their speech. Abiding by the instruction of the chairperson. So this is the also one responsibility of the participant in meeting. Every meeting is presided over by a chairperson. The participant of the meeting should abide by the instruction of the chairperson. So they should take their seats, put their signature on the attendance sheet and cast votes and deliver speech as per the instruction of the chairperson. So in that way, let's revise the duties or responsibilities of participant in a meeting. So first one is reading the agenda of the meeting and taking preparation of the points. Every participant should read carefully the notice of the meeting and other related documents in order to find the background information of the meeting, arranging the necessary visual aids if needed. If the participant is a newer one in a delivering speech in the meeting, he should practice it at home. Next duty is observing the other members. Next one is speaking at the most appropriate time. Next one is control of anger. Next one is flexible and accommodating attitude. Next one is not to make lengthy speech. In that way, so these all are the responsibilities of the participant in the meeting. Now we are going to discuss about notice. What is notice? The person entitled to attend a meeting must be informed of the time, place, date, and business of the meeting in a proper time. So the communication informing the person entitled to attend the meeting about time, place, date, and business of the meeting is called the notice. So to make the meeting valid, the notice must be served by the right person by the right means to all the person entitled to attend the meeting. Usually the notice is drafted and issued by the secretary under the instruction of the director of the company. So a notice in order to be valid must be signed by the proper authority. So here are the some classification into the following classes. So the notice must specify the exact date, time, and place of the meeting. The notice must state the nature of business to be transacted at the meeting. A complete agenda is appended to the notice. Third one, the notice should be served to all members entitled to attend the meeting. The notice must be clear and unconditional. Proper length of notice must be given in accordance with the rules of the organization. After that, we are going to discuss about agenda. So what is agenda? Agenda is a list of matters that need to be discussed or dealt with. So here are 5 items you should always include when creating an effective meeting agenda. First one is a leave a section for action item and off-topic discussion at the end of your meeting agenda. Next one is identify the list of required attendees. Next one is outline a list of meeting agenda topic for discussion and define the meeting goal. Here you can see one example of agenda. After that, we are going to discuss about what do you mean by minutes. Meeting minutes are notes that are recorded during a meeting. They highlight the key issue that are discussed, motions proposed or voted on, and activities to be undertaken. The minutes of meeting are usually taken by a designated member of the group. So their task is to provide an accurate record of what transpired during the meeting. So what to include in a meeting minutes? Before recording any detail, a designated minutes recorded should familiarize themselves with the type of information that they should record. A group may be using a specific format to record notes, but overall, the minutes of a meeting typically include the following details like date and time the meeting happened, names of attendees as well as absent participants, acceptance of or amendment made to the previous meeting minutes, decision made regarding each item on the agenda, such as. So in that way, in today's lecture, we discuss about what do you mean by agenda and what do you mean by minutes. So the process of writing meeting minutes is when the meeting ends, the individual tasked with the writing minutes should be get all the resources he needs to write up the minutes in a clear, presentable way. Here are some tips to consider. Once the meeting ends, don't take too long to write the minutes. This way, everything that took place in the meeting is still fresh in your mind. Review the outline that had been created earlier and make adjustment where necessary. So these might include adding extra information or clarifying some of the issues raised. Also, check to see that all Reddit's activities and motion were clearly recorded. So revise the meetings and minutes, ensure they are brief but clear. So in that way, in today's lecture, we discuss about these all things. So in our next lecture, we will discuss about resolution. So thank you so much, guys.